cuties, thank you so much for tuning in once again, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the family. Thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe, like and share if you enjoy this video. So I have been getting a lot of questions, a lot of requests to do a video like this on my social media. If you don't follow me, do the right thing. So you guys have been asking, how does one break into the modeling industry, specifically in SA? Because I feel like there's not a lot of information out there on the net that is specific to South Africa, but most of the stuff is just general things that they tell you, like how to become a model, sign to an agency, and you're like, whoa, is it really that easy? Is it that simple? But I'm gonna break it down for you guys, and hopefully by the end of this video you will have more insight, you will know more about this industry, and if you still want to join in, come through, boo, come through. There's space for all of us. So before we jump into how to break into the industry, you need to understand that there's so many modeling categories that you guys can go into. There's fashion, there's beauty edits, there's advertorials, there's magazine covers, there's ramp if you're tall enough, there's commercial modeling, there's TV and film modeling. There's just too many categories, and I'm sure you can find one that you specifically fit into, or do all of them. What the heck? So now that we know all the different categories in this modeling field, the question is, why do you want to get in? I feel like it's very important for you to find that why before jumping into it, because once you're in, girl. There's no looking back, you know. So your main driving force could be money. You just want to make money, which is also a valid point, you know. I respect that. So if that's your reason to get into modeling, then you know where you're focusing. But if perhaps you feel like it's a passion that you would like to pursue, and you feel like it's really something that you're meant to do, or perhaps a lot of people in your life have been telling you, girl, modeling is for you. You should try modeling because you look like a model, you know. Just find something that's going to drive you and that's going to encourage you and push you, because it's not going to be easy. Yeah, let's leave it there. It's not going to be easy, but you can do it. Now, the next thing we're going to jump onto, tip number 2, is self-care. So before you start thinking that you can be a model, girl, you need to take care of yourself. What do I mean by this? Basic things like your skin. You need to look after your skin. If you have blemishes, you need to fix them, get rid of them. Find a skin routine that works for you, because let's be real, guys, the modeling industry is quite shallow, so the way you look is everything. Hair. Your hair needs to be nice and neat and clean. Whatever hairstyle you have, I love the fact that in this day and age, they are not so picky, so you don't always have to have a weave on. Literally, you can go natural. Not that this is my natural hair, but you know what I mean. You can go natural, you can have your weave, you can have a nice wig, you know, like braids. They just need to be clean. It just needs to look appropriate. It needs to look clean. It needs to look neat. That's all they want. But they are looking for variety, so don't feel boxed in that you always have to have a nice wig on. No, it's not always the case. You literally have the freedom to go crazy, especially in 2021. I feel like things have become so easygoing. Like, you see a lot of models come through with red hair, and you're like, ah! From what I know, from what history has taught me, you need to shy away from bold hairstyles. But I'm loving the fact that we are moving into that direction where people love new, fresh things. So if you look crazy, they love it. Weird, isn't it? So I'm gonna move on. Another thing is you need to take care of your body. Now, this is a very tricky thing because personally, I don't go to gym. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to be that girl that actually goes to gym. I know I need it, but just, give me strength. I'll get there. So you need to take care of your body. You need to understand that the minute you walk into a room, a casting, for example, they are going to judge you based on how you look. So you need to present yourself in the best way possible. And I'm not saying be skinny. I love the fact that, again, in this day and age, modeling has shifted from what it used to be. You literally had to be the skinniest person out here. But now you find plus size models, you find, voluptuous models, you find skinny, tall, short. I love it. So don't feel like you need to succumb to a certain standard just because you want to be a model. No pressure, no pressure. Just make sure you take care of your body and you look presentable at all times. Whatever your size, girl, do you look good? That's all they want. So, another thing that I'm going to touch on in self-care is the fact that you also need to take care of your mind. This can be a brutal industry. Literally, I once walked in and the brief was they were looking for a model or models to walk down a ramp in a TV commercial, right? So my agent sends me there and I go there with confidence, I do my thing because I know my walk. Girl, you cannot touch my walk. So yeah, I'm like, you know what? I know my walk is bomb. I'm gonna get this. I'm not even worried. And then when I walked in, the casting director was just like, what agency are you from? So I tell her, and she's like, oh, I don't like them. They're always sending girls that don't fit the brief. I mean, she's too big to be a model. And I'm like, hold up, wait, what? She's too big to be a ramp model? Mind you, I was a size 32, my biggest size yet. And in my mind, I never, ever saw myself as too big. So when she said that, it made me question a lot of things. Because then I'm like, wait, I'm too big? I'm also short. Is this modeling thing really for me then? Like, what am I doing? It made me question myself. It kind of put a damper on my confidence for a bit. But that's exactly what I mean. You will go in there, you will get told crap about your looks, you will be put down. I just need you to understand that you cannot take that stuff personal. You are not the problem because you are beautiful. And that's the reason why you're actually going to that casting. That's the reason why you're attending that audition, because you know your true self and you know what you're capable of. You know your true potential. If they don't see it, they don't see it. If they don't like your look, it's fine. Someone else out there is gonna love your look. Some other brand is gonna think, my gosh, here is a goddess. So just take care of your mind and don't let such comments bring you down and stop you from what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so tip number 3, do a test shoot. Nowadays it's quite easy, with the likes of Instagram and everything. We are all connected. You can easily DM a photographer or a makeup artist and ask to collaborate and just get some headshots for free, because it can be quite pricey. So that is the best way to do it. just collaborate. I mean, everyone wins in that situation. So once you have your headshots, you can now start approaching an agency and show them what you're capable of. Tip number 4, before we even approach any agencies, guys, you need to understand that you need some sort of basic training. Now, there's quite a few model academies out here in Gauteng. I'm not really sure about other provinces, but I'm sure Google is your friend, guys. Google is your best friend. You can easily Google that and you will find one or two in your area. You know what I mean? But also, what's great is that some agencies do offer the service. So when you sign up with them and you tell them that you don't have any model experience at all, then they can recommend some sort of training that they may offer, or just refer you to a company that deals with that specifically. So tip number 5, I know this is literally the question you guys have for me every single day. Please hook me up with an agent. I can't, guys. Literally, Google is your best friend. So just like finding a model academy, you will have to do your research on which agencies are around your area. And that's the best way you can find these agencies and do research, find out more, find testimonies of models who've worked with those agencies. Like, what is their experience? Was the experience good? Was the experience bad? Because a lot of times you just need to go in ready, go in gun blazing, like already knowing that these people are like this and like that, and you know exactly what to expect from them. So I will put down some links to some agencies in Gauteng, and a few that I know of in Cape Town, because Cape Town and Joburg are literally the model hubs in South Africa. So I hope that helps you guys. Moving on to tip number 6. Don't mind Amani in the background. He just loves attention. Oh, and one thing that I failed to mention was that once you sign with an agency, please be aware that they are going to take a percentage of the money you make. So there's some agencies that literally take 20% off of every job that you book. There's some agencies that take a higher amount, like 25 or 30, depending, which is really not bad, because essentially what an agency does for you is they get all the information. So the casting directors will reach out to the agencies and let them know, look, we are trying to Amani, do you mind? Oh my gosh, please get off. Thank you. You've made your cameo. Thanks. Bye. Now, what was I saying? So the casting director will reach out to the agency and let them know, look, we are looking for models to, I don't know, my example is drawing up. Look, we are looking for specific models for this TV commercial. I'm just going to use a TV commercial, for example. These are the type of people we're looking for. And your agent will then obviously look at their books and be like, oh, okay, no, we got those girls, you know. We got Lerato. She looks amazing and she would be perfect for this gig. So then they reach out to you and they're like, Lerato, would you like to do something like this and like that? You know, so you guys will then obviously formulate this working relationship where you can be honest with your agent and say, no, actually, I don't feel comfortable doing this type of stuff, or actually I would love to. This is what I aspire to do with my career, you know. You guys will then have that relationship and they will always reach out to you. So then anyway, your agent will then obviously send you on a casting or an audition to see if you are able to book the gig. Should I touch on castings briefly? So a casting is more like an audition or a go see. in model terms, where they request to see you. And they want to see if you can perform, or they want to see how you look in person. And they also, for go-sees, you actually have to have your portfolio. Don't worry, I'm coming to that. So you get there, you obviously need to look as chic as possible. A nice black or white tank top, preferably with black jeans, and a cute heel if necessary. If necessary, you don't always have to look like that, right? Minimal makeup. They always want to see you at your most natural. These nails, they don't like them. That's why I never really have long nails because of work. I just get them maybe when there's like an event, or I'm wilding out, whatever. But short nails, short, clean, manicures, looking all fresh and clean. Hair needs to be on point. Your makeup, again, needs to be very minimal. Then you just go in and do what you gotta do. I'm not going to touch on what happens in a casting. Maybe there can be a separate video or whatever. But yeah, basically, boom, pow. They call your agent and they're like, we loved Balisa. She was the bomb.com. We want to book her for this gig. And voila, girl, you are in business. I just want to touch on the fact that you will have to attend millions and millions of castings. You will literally have to go on go-sees. Every time a client calls your agent and says, listen, we want to see Balasa, you will have to make yourself available. And this could literally be like 4 times a week on a good season, which is usually around spring, summer. So later in the year, literally from September until maybe March, you are booked and busy, girl. You will have to attend all of these, so you need time. And if you have a full-time job like I do, it gets quite tricky, because then you have to now literally drop everything and say, guys, I'm going on lunch. Well, during your lunch, you actually add an audition, so you're not eating. It becomes crazy. So just be ready for it. And one tip that I actually got from Tia and Tamara was the fact that because you'll be attending so many castings, always keep in mind that for every 20 castings or auditions you go to, you'll book one. So that gives you more of an idea of how often you will be booking jobs. Okay, so it's always great to hope for more anyway. It's always great to expect more. It was just like a generalization of, don't be so hard on yourself when you don't see yourself booking a lot of gigs, as opposed to how many auditions you attend. And to my last point, I'm just gonna say, keep working, keep pushing, attend more castings, and you'll get more bookings, okay? And that is how you're gonna build a portfolio. So a portfolio essentially is a body of work that you have done over the years, months, weeks, whatever, just to show that you've actually worked in this industry, and it shows your accolades. So you can also create a portfolio by reaching out to a renowned photographer, hiring them for the day, getting a stylist, a makeup artist, someone to do your hair, and a bomb location. Now, the more stuff you have in your portfolio, the better, because some clients don't play. They actually want experienced models. So even if you have 1 or 2 things that you've done in the past included in your portfolio, that would be amazing. And essentially, I would recommend some photographers who actually create the portfolio for you. I will link them down in the description box. And yeah, just bear in mind, it is quite pricey. That's why I feel like the best way to do it is to work, and then you just put all the stuff that you've done in a book or a file, just to show what you've done over the past years. So that's it for our video today. I hope this was helpful, and if you still have furthermore questions, please don't be shy to say something in the comments down below and let me know your thoughts, or inbox me on Instagram. I always try my hardest to respond. So yeah, follow me there. And yeah guys, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. I love you so much and I really appreciate you watching. Mwah.